Welcome on in, people of WyoNation. I am your host, Chad Smith, for another edition of the WyoNation Roundup. Joining me tonight is Mr. Brad Reed. Good evening, Brad.
Hey, Chad. Good to see you again. It's been a little bit.
It has been good to have you back on your own show.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're like a guest, but not a guest.
I'm a guest on a show I started.
Yes. But yeah, so welcome on in, everybody. We're here to talk some Wyoming football, maybe sprinkle in a little wrestling talk and a little basketball talk, but mainly football. And the good news is, boys and girls, it is now October 15th in the year 2025, and Wyoming already has as many wins in the football season as they did in the entire last season. So we got there in 6 games instead of 12. So I guess that is progress.
And if we're being completely honest, we're probably 3-3 is probably where we should be.
Yes, if you would have offered me after 6 games of Wyoming is 3-3, would you take it? And I'd say, yes, I would take that. This sounds good to me. But
a couple special teams mishaps, and maybe we're sitting at 4-2 with a win over UNLV. But
perhaps
special teams is 1/3 of the game, and it was bad.
Mm-hmm. So very interesting there. So welcome on in. We'll get going here in a second. While we're waiting for people, if you're watching this, head on over to YouTube. Twitter is a weird place. I still have no idea. We'll try to get that figured out with the software company maybe, but I don't think there'll be much help. It's Elon doing Elon things. Head on over to YouTube, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell and all that good stuff, and you'll get to see anytime we are live talking some Wyoming athletics. And we had a pretty good post-game show last Saturday night. One of the best ones I've ever hosted. A lot of viewer interaction, so I had a good time. So I thank each and one of you who took time to show up and have your opinions be made public. Now, Brad did not watch said San Jose State game.
I was occupied.
He was occupied being a traitorous person with another football team.
And I was sitting in our post-game tailgate, just hanging out, doing what
why not?
Having a beer, watching some football.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, let's talk about this San Jose State win. I'm still a little perturbed by the game because we won is great, right? So again, same kind of thing I said on the post-game show. Defense did a great job after giving up 4 touchdowns in the first 5 drives of the game. Put things on lockdown. Didn't give up a point after that, which was basically about 2.6 quarters of scoreless football, which is pretty dang good. But as many of you watched, the problem with the game was that everything that we keep saying or we keep hearing from the head coach that, hey, we're going to get this fixed. Well, it doesn't get fixed. And they dig themselves big holes, and they're able to come back, though. So it's what makes me mad because I'm not seeing progress. I think we got very lucky from the fact that we injured the starting quarterback for San Jose State. If he does not get hurt in the second half of that game, I do not believe we win because they would have found a way to score 1 touchdown for sure. So, and the way I'm talking about this is because here's a quote that is often used in football that someone mentioned covering another team, and I'm like, you know what? This is pretty much how I feel. Don't overlook something in victory that you wouldn't in defeat. Right? And it starts. We can't get off to a good start to save our lives. Every game, it seems, we get down 10 points or more right off the bat. And you just can't do it. Wyoming doesn't have the talent, doesn't have the playing style to do that on a consistent basis.
Well, and you're going to catch a team that's, higher quality than the ones we've played, and you're just not going to come back. It's not
like UNLV. We didn't come back because they're pretty good, right?
Yep.
You can't gift them 2 touchdowns. and then expect to come back. It's just too hard.
Yeah,
Can
and like you said, putting Egid out of the game, even despite being out half of the game, he's still the fifth ranked passer in the country. Like
Mhm.
he's still very good comparatively to his peers. So he could have probably gone for a lot more.
Yeah. So it's
If
the slow starts on offense. I don't really have anything to complain about the defense. I mean, they got lit up early, and we'll talk more about that. But they bounced back. They adjusted, right? So that's another thing I talked about, Brad, was that the coaching staff they adjusted in the second quarter instead of waiting until the third quarter, which saved the game.
Yep.
So I give them credit there. But again, I guess we could talk about it now.
Well, and if you're waiting till the third quarter to make adjustments, you are 2 quarters behind, and you
Yeah.
are probably losing. So
Yes.
I mean,
And that's why we're so bad, because
yeah,
they generally don't adjust until the second half.
and it's always kind of funny because like you always hear people refer to like, what adjustments did you make at halftime? It's like if we haven't made adjustments before halftime, where we have like obvious problems, like
Mm-hmm.
we're not going to win. Like, you know,
Yeah.
that's always like just the funniest thing to me. It's like halftime adjustments just aren't a thing. Like you have to adjust on the fly, or else you're not going to be successful.
Yes. And we've seen that last year, this year, a lot. And so good that they did that. But I will say, I just don't understand. In the post game, Savell called out like what happened, like by name to players. And I don't know, again, is that good or bad? I don't know. I would say that, hey, if the players aren't doing what they're being taught to do, that's on you because you're the coach. So, but he called out, oh, well, the reason that happened is because this guy took a step the wrong way. Okay. Well, obviously you didn't coach him good enough because he,
Who's the position coach, and what do they need to be doing better?
yeah. And this was with the corners and the safeties. He called out them by name and said, yeah, they screwed it up. Had nothing to do with our coverage or our calls, right? So again, I get a little salty when I hear him calling out players. Like, don't call out players. You're the coach. You get paid to coach the players. You get paid to make sure they're in the right spot. If they're not in the right spot, it's on you.
Mm-hmm.
So they adjusted and got the win, which is great. So we're 3-3. But I would say the second half of the schedule is, at least conference wise, right? We're 2 games is much tougher than the 2 games we played. All right, because we've only had 2 home games, right? And now we're facing a bunch of road conference games in the second half of the schedule.
And that's and just looking ahead to the schedule. So we're at Air Force now, home against Sheep, at San Diego State, at Fresno, home against Nevada, at Hawaii. So I mean that's going to be a tough stretch right there with San Diego State, Fresno State. Like those are the 2 top teams in the conference right now, I think, or 2 of the top ones.
Sure, yeah, they're up there with UNLV,
and even Hawaii. Hawaii's looking pretty good right now too.
Yeah, and you're playing them. You're playing them on the island in the last game of the year. Who knows, right?
Yeah, that's always a crapshoot on the island.
So
and even Air Force on the road, we're not very good. Like just looking over the stats here, and geez, what are we? I just had it up a second ago. Yeah, we're 12-20-1 at the academy. So
okay, yeah,
not great.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one, and especially right if you get down to Air Force, you get down multiple scores against Air Force, they're just going to run the ball down your throat because you're not going to have any possessions to come back from that.
Aren't they a passing team now?
They throw a lot more. Yeah, I haven't looked. You might want to pull up their stats, or I can do it.
Yeah, it looks like quarterbacks 52 of 82 for 1,025 yards, 8 touchdowns.
Let me go.
So he's averaging about 170 a game.
Let me go to Mountain West passing offense here by team.
So they're definitely throwing the ball some.
Yeah, I mean, we only throw for 2 yards more a game than Air Force does. We're at 216, and Air Force is at 214 a game so far.
And hilariously, so as a team, they've rushed for like 1,656 yards. So this is probably like the most balanced Air Force has been in decades, maybe.
And let's look at rushing here. Oh, sorry, I had the wrong one up. No, I didn't. I thought I had it backwards. No, Air Force, number 1 rushing team in the league. No surprise. 276 a game. We're at 140.
I think I saw somebody this week refer to them as the best 1-5 team in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Hang your hat
Yeah.
on that.
So I mean, they're 1-5 and they're favored to beat us. By last I saw, it was 5.5 was the opening line. I don't know if that's
it's come down.
Okay.
I think it was at 3.5 earlier.
Sure. So interesting. So it's going to be an interesting matchup. Again, we don't particularly play well on the road. You go down by multiple scores on the road, it's just a tough road to hoe.
Yeah.
I'd say.
BetMGM's got it at 4.5 right now.
Okay. So you got to figure out the first half. You got to score some points. We scored more points in the first half on Saturday night than we have in the other rest of the games combined.
Bad.
And then we only put up 14.
Bad.
That's not good.
No.
That's good. And remember, of those 14 points, 7 of those were special teams on a punt return. So the offense really only scored 7 points in the first half of that game. And they got to get it figured out. And Savell keeps talking about it. Oh, we're going to get it fixed. And the players know how important it is. But I don't see any signs of it getting better. So I don't know if they're pressing. They probably are, right? Because it's a lot of pressure. But it seems to me, Brad, that they don't really play offense until they have to. They get down multiple scores late, and then they decide to move the ball. And I think some of it is right. The other team is like, hey, we don't really have to try that hard to stop them. They go into maybe a little prevent type of stuff, and we look better, and we score points.
Well, I think we talked about it on like the post game, not this past week, but the week before, where, they come out of the second half and they're, with their hair on fire, just, they did it against Colorado. They did it against UNLV, just go right down the field and score on that, opening possession of the second half. And it's like, all right, well, why?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah. So consistency is the problem on offense. Yep. And because they had a stretch where it was ugly. I mean, I showed the drive thing. I think they had 3 drives of over 50 yards on Saturday night, but they scored touchdowns on all 3 of them. But the rest of the drives, complete garbage. And you can't be 3 and out or a touchdown.
Right? I mean, you can. It's just not smart.
Yeah, I mean, you can, exactly. So, again, just don't overlook stuff. And it's great to learn a lesson and you win. But let's learn the lesson. We've learned it pretty much every game except for Northern Iowa. Is the most complete game we played all year. And that's an FCS school. So you got to figure out a way to get off to a better start against Air Force, because they're going to score points, but you should be able to score points on them. Their defense is horrific.
It's like bad, right? Like,
yeah, let's see. Scoring defense, they are last in the league. They're giving up 40 points a game on the year.
They're 134th out of 136 teams.
So let's see who they've given up points to. Their lowest output was Bucknell, scored 13. All right, so we got to score at least 13, right? I would hope we're better than Bucknell.
What's a Bucknell?
What?
What's a Bucknell?
Bucknell? It's a school. You never heard of Bucknell?
No, it's a Northeastern Conference team.
It is. Yeah. We actually have a player. One of our defensive linemen came from Bucknell.
Forgot that. That's right.
Yeah. Utah State put 49 on them. Boise put 49 on them. Hawaii put 44 on them. Navy put 34 on them. And UNLV hung 51 on them. So we need to be in the 30s for sure.
Put me down for 31.
And hopefully all from the offense, right? No special teams, no defense. I mean, they could add on. That'd be great.
But so we've got 2 games over 30 points this year so far. 31 on Northern Iowa, 35 against San Jose State. So 31 seems reasonable.
So, and they're going to need that at least. I think the defense can hold them under 30. The way they're playing some good football on defense.
I agree.
But the Air Force is a lot more balanced. That's hard, right?
Maybe it'll be like 10 less chop blocks a game.
There we go.
Positive.
There we go. Yes, our defensive linemen won't be having to take out insurance policies before this
Hopefully
game.
not.
It's a good point. Yeah, less chop blocking when they're, but they can still chop block and throw.
Or, I'm sorry, in Air Force, cut blocking.
Cut blocking, yes. Yes. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting game. I do believe it's a 3:30 kickoff Saturday afternoon in the Springs at the Academy.
1:30.
1:30. Oh, okay. So the 3:30 Eastern. That's why I keep seeing Eastern. That
1:30 on CBS Sports Network.
Okay. Well, good. I should be able to watch most of it.
We get our buddy Rich Waltz again.
Okay. So 1:30? Are you sure? Okay. Interesting.
Looking
early start time. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I should be able to watch most of it then. Brian will be doing the post game. So I told everybody last time I'm not going to be around for the post game, but Brian will be.
I will not be around either.
So that will be good. Brian will be hosting the post game show.
Do we need to take out an insurance policy on the podcast with Brian hosting?
No, he'll be fine.
Okay, good.
He'll be fine. If you trust me, you should trust him more than you trust me.
That is true.
I would say so. So good. Let's see what else we have here. How about the uniform news this week, which came out of left field? I don't know if it's something anybody was asking for, but Brad, please let the people know if they've been living under a rock. What will be happening in the near future here?
So Wyoming, the University of Wyoming is teaming up with the Wyoming Coal. What is it called? The Wyoming
Mining
Coal
Association.
Wyoming Coal Association, I think it is. You're right.
Oh, the Mining Association.
Mining Association.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So during Border War, which that's a 5:30 kick on CBS. So evening game in Laramie. Apparently is now a blackout game. With the uniforms that they put on the social media Monday, through their official or through the football Twitter account, they are going to be all black uniforms with a white bucking horse on the helmet and white script. The video itself was good. I liked the video. I don't care so much for the uniforms, though. It's just black for the sake of black. It's just overdone. Everybody does it. We don't have to.
But at least they're trying to tie it into a reason, I guess, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's better than just wearing black for the sake of it, but I still think it's kind of forced. But I think I'm in the minority. I think most people, social media was buzzing about them.
Very, very split with reactions of good, bad. I think it really hits with the younger demographic, not boomers like us.
Yeah. We're not boomers, thank goodness.
but
we act like them, apparently.
Yeah, get off our lawn. But it's they're definitely something. I hope the partnership comes with some sort of. I hope the partnership comes with like some sort of like NIL contribution, because uniforms are cool and all, but we need the money in the NIL budget. That's kind of where we're going with it. So
yeah, and I think in our group chat, maybe it was you who said had the idea. We hope they auctioned these off after the game.
Oh, absolutely.
That's a good idea.
And it's funny. Montana had their 95 throwback uniforms on this past weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And literally, like Monday, they had a link out to season ticket holders, like and GSA members, like, hey, buy these jerseys. They'll be available at the end of the year.
Cool.
And the jerseys start at $300, and the helmets start at $1,000.
There you go.
So, and yeah, so that's all, go straight into what I assume is the football NIL budget. And yeah, I mean, that'd be perfect. Take the uniforms, auction them off, make them available at the end of the season, whatever. Then, get that money back into the football team somehow.
Yeah, hopefully that happens. So we'll see. I would imagine we might see something right after the game. But yeah, I don't like it. I mean, I wouldn't mind it if they did it for a game. I just don't like it for the last conference game that you're playing at home against CSU. So for every time they say, here's the film from the CSU game, the last time they were in the same conference, it's going to be Wyoming wearing black uniforms.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. It doesn't interest me one bit.
Yeah. I kind of get the timing of it because, your next opportunity for a home game is a noon kickoff against Nevada in November. So, if they really want to hit with the, black out the stadium type thing, get the fans to wear black, whatever, which is bizarre because I haven't seen them actually push for that yet. That's odd to me.
I don't know if they've advertised it much. I did see, I got an email from the Brown and Gold store that they have all kinds of black merchandise available for the
Really?
blackout. Yes.
Oh, that's sad. I didn't get that email.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that was from Brown and Gold, not from the university.
Yeah, I usually get email from Brown and Gold. That's
Okay.
interesting.
So maybe they should call themselves the Black and White for a week store. I don't know.
You could workshop that one.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. So so I assume everybody just wears black to the game, and team will be in black, and they're going to do some pregame stuff with the WMA and presumably some stuff during the game. So
that's good. And then I guarantee you they'll come out to Back in Black.
Oh, that would be.
We haven't heard that song 1,800,000 times before.
At which stadium?
At our stadium. Well, all of them.
They played at all of them.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing that might be the walkout song for that game too.
Would be funny.
So no, it's great. Of course, everybody, the mining. So everybody, right? If you're from Wyoming, you have a friend, you have a family member, you have somebody who's connected to the mining industry. So
yep.
So I'm not knocking them. I just don't like the timing. Maybe you could have done it against Northern Iowa, but again, right, that's an early game. You probably don't want to be wearing all black. So I see it doing in the winter.
And you don't want to wear all black to a football game in the middle of the day in September?
No,
why?
Probably not a good idea. Could be. Well, you could work out in Laramie, right?
We did it in Missoula, and it was miserable.
Yeah.
It was so hot and dumb.
Yeah. So, okay. So we're probably in the minority. I know there's half of people who like them. We'll see. But it'll come down to this: if we lose to CSU in them, we'll probably never see them ever again. If you don't like them, and if we win and you like them, then there's a good chance you may see them again. See, so it's going to be
maybe in your own closet even.
Yeah. So you never know. You never know what you're going to see there. So, yep, Wyoming, CSU, October 25th. 10 days from today. The last border war with us in the Mountain West. And we'll be wearing black.
But also the sheep last week. What the hell happened there?
I didn't watch the game, but yeah, they put a hurting on Fresno.
Yeah, like what happened there? They've been so bad all season.
Yeah, so I talked about this on the post-game show, but I mean, really, Wyoming, the way we are, we're capable of winning the rest of our games, and we're capable of losing the rest of our games. It's just wild. It's on the knife's edge.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that the sheep needed a horrific referee mistake to beat Northern Colorado, like, and then they go and put 49 on Fresno State. Like, what upside down world is this?
College football, man. Yeah, Saturday was a really good day.
Saturday was a wild day.
Crazy day. And so I think, and then you're going to see it for the rest of the season. I think it's going to get pretty wild here. So buckle up for some good college football.
Oh no, I have to watch college football more. Bummer.
Yeah, but I guess to get back to the Wyoming thing, I guess I think it's pretty important that they find a way to get to 6 to get to a bowl.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I'm not sure if they can do it because it's a pretty tough road. I mean, your really only gimme, I think, is Nevada at home. Should be a gimme. Should be.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at the schedule here, you're at best probably 4-2. At worst, probably 1-5, 2-4, something like that.
Yeah.
Boy, Nevada was the only. Yeah, like you said, Nevada is definitely the only sure one.
And you never know
I
that.
don't even want to say sure. I mean, it's still the Cowboys. And they have let us down before.
It's in November. There could be a snowstorm. Who knows?
Yeah. But I don't know. One more beating like Fresno took last week, they may just give up on their season.
Mm-hmm.
Although I did see that Matt Ince is still like one of the like semifinalists or whatever for the coach of the year. So
really,
yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. I
didn't
think Fresno State was going through that kind of a football renaissance where a coach would be considered for a coach of the year, but
yeah, that's news to me. News to me for sure. I guess to wrap up the football talk, I do have one more thing here. I got some quotes.
Oh.
Again, and I don't want to be perturbed. I'm perturbed, folks. And you saw it on the post game. Savell just, I don't know. It just doesn't strike the right nerve with me. So after the game on Saturday, he gets asked a pretty simple question. And actually, it was a very simple question, but he decided to take it a way that I don't think any other coach in the country would have taken it. The reporter basically asks, hey, Caden Anderson, he's been getting beat up game after game. He got beat up in this game, but hey, he really bounced back in the fourth quarter, made that great touchdown throw to Conan. What do you have to say about your quarterback? And you know what Savell does?
Goes unhinged.
He decides to take a shot at the fans.
Yeah.
So
I always feel like that he's talking directly to you when he says these kinds of things.
Maybe, and we'll get to that. So he answers it by saying, if you've never called a play in a stadium with 50,000 people or called a play on defense in a tie game with a minute to go, then I'm not going to listen to your opinion. He followed that up a few sentences later with this line. This ain't Madden. Where shit don't go right, you can't hit the reset button. And they're asking him, hey, your quarterback, he's getting beat up, but he's hanging in there. He's doing a great job. And then somehow he's like, no, I'm going to go after people for no reason.
Well, I guess we're not little league coaches anymore, like Bull said we were. So
yes. So I tweeted this. We've gone from little league coaches to Madden gamers. I don't understand these coaches. So let's just make this very clear. Wyoming is the most fan-friendly and media-weak FBS football team in the country. Yet our past two head coaches think that anytime they get a little bit of criticism, and this wasn't even criticism, he was asked about his quarterback, he's taking shots at the fans. Bull was taking shots at the people who are doing the chirping, the little league guys. Well, I was the only one at that point in time saying anything bad about Bull. So that 100% had to be about me. Publicly, yes, publicly. But I don't understand how Savell, why are you running? There's no need to be running at the fans when they're asking you about your quarterback. I don't understand. And even if you say about the fans, even if you're perturbed, say, hey, I understand the fans get upset, but you know what? We're happy to have them in the stands. They showed up great tonight. They help us win. But instead, he's like so thin-skinned. I just don't understand it. I think it's a very, very weak mentality, incredibly weak mentality. And you're crying so here's just the thing to say too. Guess what? When you're a head football coach, you're going to take criticism. When you're a quarterback at a school, you're going to take criticism. And I'm telling you right now, at Wyoming, you get less of that than any other school in the country. So I don't need you whining and crying about, well, unless you've done it, I'm not going to listen to you, and your opinion doesn't matter. We know what good football looks like. We didn't fall off a turnip truck. We watched football before Savell was even a coach in this state. We were winning titles. We have Hall of Fame college football coaches who have been on our sideline. So I don't need to be lectured by this guy about what is good and what is bad. Okay. I'm done.
Are you? Yeah. And, that's the thing is like when coaches start taking those kinds of shots, that's when you know that they know that they're in deep shit.
Yes, the pressure's on him. He's under pressure.
Yeah.
And there's no pressure because the media's asking him fair questions. They asked him some tough questions, but fair. But there's no need when someone asks you, you could just say, hey, Caden's a great competitor. He's not doing as great as a lot of us want us to, but he stepped up and got the job done. But instead he decides to go into what he said had nothing to do with the question. Literally nothing to do.
Maybe he'd just been sitting on that one for a couple of days and just decided to let it rip.
I guess. I just don't understand it.
Good timing, I guess, but
it makes no sense to me.
Yeah, college football coaches are a bizarre creature. Weird. Definitely weird.
Yeah, I mean, Savell wouldn't last 2 minutes at a real school that had real scrutiny with real fans and real media.
I think, I don't know if I know we've definitely talked about this, but just getting the guy like a little bit of like just PR help sometimes, just a little bit of like PR coaching and
he needs some help.
That kind of stuff. But just being wild in front of the microphone every week, that's definitely something.
Yeah.
I mean, we laugh when Nick Saban does it, but Nick Saban's got the creds to back it up.
That's right. He can be like, you don't like it? Well, here, I'm going to punch you with my 3, 4, I don't know how many national championship rings. Have that embedded on your freaking cheek, right?
Yeah. Yeah. He's got the credentials to be a dick.
So I don't know. I think it's a fair thing to bring up. I know most people, I haven't seen anybody touch it. I tweeted about it. I'm like, we went from Little League coaches to Madden gamers now. That's what they think of us. But again, don't tell me that everything's all fine and dandy. I would be a lot more sympathetic to him if he would just act somewhat normally, but he doesn't. So, because again, he keeps saying, oh, I know we're going to get better. We're going to get it fixed. Okay. Well, he said that all last year. We're hearing it in every game this year. At some point, you have to do what you say you're going to do. Fix the problem. Not hard. Fix it. It's just wild.
I just checking the Twitter timeline real quick, and I just saw something else wild too.
Okay, please.
Logan Wilson got benched.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're starting a rookie over him this week.
That's not good. Yeah, that Cincinnati defense is
not garbage.
Not good.
Yeah, they are definitely one of the worst defenses in the NFL for sure. Probably not Logan's fault.
Oh, sure he is. No help.
No.
And then Hendricks, right, is hurt, and he basically wants out.
Hendrickson is begging to get out of Cincinnati.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe he'll get traded, right? Trades are happening a lot more in the NFL.
Maybe they could pair him up with Nick Bonetto and Alex Singleton.
Exactly. How good would he? I don't know how much he makes. He's still on a rookie contract, I'd imagine.
I have no idea.
What year is he in? But yeah, he'd look good as a Broncos linebacker. That's for sure. So yeah, so that's basically all I had. Just wanted to end with the post-game quotes. Just bizarre. Very bizarre.
We do, and I was reading through the press notes for this week. I did see, and I can't find it again, and I don't know why. But I did see that the linebackers, like some of the top-rated linebackers,
Yeah, the PFF rankings.
according to
Yep.
PFF grades, like
Mm-hmm.
God, I wish I could find
Way
it
up
again.
there.
Yeah, so Braden Johnson is the fourth-ranked linebacker in the country,
Yeah.
and Evan Eller is the sixth-ranked linebacker in the Mountain West. So
Yeah. I mean, if both those guys aren't first team All Mountain West, there's serious problems.
mm-hmm.
If they keep it up, obviously, we're only halfway through.
Yep. Yeah, that's yeah, they've been, kind of the
Yeah.
heart of the defense there, right?
And the
Like,
linebacker play, right, is really what's key to the system. I think you saw last year when the linebackers were just really, really poor. We had our worst defensive year in years. This year, they got some linebackers in. And now we look like a Wyoming defense. So, again, most of my problem is with the offense, right? The defense, they figured it out. They've improved the defense. They fixed it for the most part.
yeah, looks like we're 55th in scoring defense right now.
Yeah, and that's coming off, right, playing 2 Power 5 schools. That number will get better as long as I keep playing well.
Yeah, I should
In
look at
conference play.
I should look at the total defense real quick. Yeah, 55th in total defense too. So
Okay, still not super great, but
better than most,
better than we were,
and better than last year for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, actually,
and they passed the eye test, right? They're rallying to the ball, getting turnovers.
oh yeah, last year Wyoming finished at 103rd total defense.
Yeah, so it's a big jump, 50 spots.
Yep, and we're 6 spots worse than we were in Craig Bowles last year.
There we go.
So
yeah,
makes a difference.
So it's good. They made the right moves there. So now they need to figure out the offense.
Yep.
It's just still crazy to me that it took Craig Bowl into his last year to decide to open up the offense. And then he won 9 games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, why? If you would have done that way earlier. What if, man?
Yeah. That's why that's why you guys play NCAA football on your PlayStations, and they're on the sidelines.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. I'm just a Madden gamer. And so I can't have opinion about our offense anymore.
I've had the opinion for a while now that I think college football coaches would probably benefit from playing a game like Madden or NCAA football, because there's so many coaches, and I'm not saying Sabel is one of them. I haven't really seen it out of him, but I've seen so many college football coaches that have like no awareness of like the clock, like the game clock and like play clocks, and like taking timeouts, like when
maybe
you're
it'd be good for them to practice game management.
Yeah, like I've always had the opinion that they could probably benefit from that. Just like no pressure on, you're just playing a video game, but you're aware of the clock like all the time. And it's like, okay, well,
maybe you and we start a company, and that's what we do during the off season. We travel around the country,
consult with coaches on
clock management using NCAA football.
God, that'd be amazing.
And we charge them like $5,000.
We're gonna fix your clock management problems, buddy. So then you got to go out and like find like the teams that like have an exceedingly high delay of game.
That too.
Delay of game, tight penalties.
We have a lot of those, which makes no sense to me.
Like, wasn't it like last year? I think like wasn't like Dan Campbell like horrible at clock management?
Yeah.
Or was it his first year?
I think it was his first year. Yeah, and he turned it around completely.
Yeah, so maybe
they were a laughing stock.
Maybe he got a clock guy.
I don't know. The Broncos had that problem too this year and last year,
which is shocking for Sean Payton.
Get the damn play in. How hard is it to get the play in? Yeah. Yeah, with the Broncos, sometimes they get the play in with like 10 seconds left. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I saw that a couple of weeks ago when I watched them. I was like, oh, boy.
I'm like,
It's bad.
You can't adjust, and then they're trying to adjust. I'm like, you have no time to adjust the play when there's
Literally have to snap the ball and just hope for the best.
yeah. So I don't understand how it's so hard to get the play in. Yeah, you
And
see it
now
a
in
lot.
college football, there's no excuses because you've got coach columns like with the quarterbacks now. So
Well, I mean the NFL too, right? I mean,
yeah,
there's
but in
many.
college football, you're not relying on like your quarterback to like glance at the sideline and look at like some fucked up sign that has like 4 emojis on it and be like, oh, I guess I'm calling this play today.
Mm-hmm. Although
So
I do miss the emoji signs.
those are funny, and there's still teams that like have them like moderately employed.
Okay.
But I have noticed teams that still like use the little giant shade things,
Yes.
and I don't know why. Like, are they afraid that like somebody's in the press box like with binoculars, like trying to spy on their play sheet? I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
That's the only thing
People
I've
are
come up with.
Michigan, has got
Yeah.
everybody all paranoid.
there's a Connor Stallions lurking around every corner.
Mm-hmm.
Man, what a gig for that guy! Just like creeping sidelines and play calls. Like, I bet more teams probably do that. They're just not as like,
They're not dumb enough to get caught. Yeah.
well, maybe not dumb enough to get caught. Like Stallions obviously did a good job, but like he was so like he like went onto Central Michigan's sideline. Like, but it wouldn't surprise me if other teams like do that. They just don't do it to the extent that Michigan did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, who knows? Maybe that could be our job for us too.
It'd be a great job.
Yeah. Football espionage.
We'd never be led onto a sideline again, but
Mm-hmm. Who knows? So that is kind of your week there for Wyoming football. I know, Brad, you're wearing your Wyoming wrestling hat.
it's almost that time of year.
It's starting up, and they just finished their NIL clothing drive. Right, I think it closed yesterday. I ordered a shirt. I was tweeting that out, so hopefully everybody. They had some great products this year, some cool stuff.
Yeah. Did it look like the C and all their Cowboys gear was like the Coors Light C?
Some of them did. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I was like, oh, that's kind of weird since we have our own C, but yeah. So yeah, clothing drive finished up yesterday. I think they usually do like another one like later on, like because I think I picked up like this hat later in the season last year.
Okay.
So hopefully they do that again. That'd be rad.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to getting. I ordered a shirt, a long sleeve shirt for the winter. So
I've got their golf polo shirt. It's the nice like Travis Matthew one. So
very nice.
Yeah.
And then let's see here. And then basketball wise, I know Brian has a bunch of interviews. He's still processing those for audio because for whatever reason, and I don't know why they did this. They did it last year a little bit too, but they have media day, right? So they have all the coaches and the players there to be able to interviewed, but in the AA, right? So on the court, but at the same time, it's like an open practice. Like all the players, they're shooting, they're dribbling. So it's a mess because all you hear is basketballs dribbling.
Whereas football media day, you've got the one in Vegas that's like, in your little, you're in your conference room, whatever hotel they're at, Circa, I think. And then, you have the local media day that's, in the IPF where you've got room to stretch out.
Yeah. Exactly. So Brian is getting those processed, and then we'll have a lot of great interviews. I've watched them all. We haven't posted them because we're trying to make it so you can actually hear what the heck they're saying because of all the bouncing basketballs.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe in the future, hey, let's have media day, but let's not say, hey, you can shoot the basketball and dribble it later. You can take an hour and not do that while we're trying to get quality content out to our media partners.
Yeah. Maybe the team was just ramping up for their, I saw this video yesterday that was kind of hilarious where the Celtics did they did a shoot, or they did a game, I guess. It was the Celtics coaches against the Celtics media.
Oh, okay.
And I think I saw the score was like 54-6.
That's funny.
And as I was looking at that Logan Wilson thing, I saw Alex Taylor tweet something Sundance about not wanting that smoke from the Wyoming media, and that honestly kind of makes me laugh.
It'd
Like
be
I think
pretty
it'd be,
ugly.
yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
I,
Because I
I
bet Sundance can still shoot pretty
I
well.
just can't imagine Cody out there ripping basketballs around the court. That doesn't really seem like his jam, but it would be funny. You and I are too short to play in that kind of event, so.
Oh, I'd get stuffed.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'd
But I'm
never get a
fast.
shot. I'd never get a shot off.
Yeah. It
My
would be
best bet
hard.
would be just to like throw up like a Dr. J like sky hook or something like that and hope for the best.
Mm-hmm.
Or they just leave me open because there's no way I'm going to make something and I accidentally make it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think. No, I don't think I've ever played in the. They never had like intramurals in the AA. Maybe like the championship round, but no, we used to play like in the old field house and stuff. Some intramural basketball tournaments. Some fun times.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
Yeah.
I really wanted to play on the lacrosse team, even though I had no idea how to play it. But it looked like a lot of fun.
So yeah, so that's basically it for this week. A lot of great stuff to talk about. Wyoming is 3-3. We're just hoping for like slight improvements. Fix the stuff that needs fixed. And it's going to go a long ways.
Yeah, I mean, if you're making progress every week, that's one thing. And I guess we did make some progress, right? Last from UNLV to San Jose State. No punts returned for touchdowns, so progress there.
Mm-hmm.
And this time of year, the team, they could be whatever, but they still got a little bit of fight in them because
They do.
bad teams don't rip off however many points the Cowboys did in a row. What was it, 21 last week?
Mm-hmm.
And come back and win the game. And that game-winning touchdown was Jesus. What a run that was! How many tackles did he break to get to that end zone?
A lot.
So the team still got some fight in them. So that's always a positive. But got to keep making progress and hopefully progress a little quicker.
Yeah, so Saturday afternoon, Air Force, Falcons, Wyoming Cowboys. Brian will be hosting the post-game show, so join him then, win or lose, and talk some Wyoming football after that game. So I guess for now, Brad and I will head off. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight, and we will catch you all real soon. Until then, keep playing those Madden games.